Hi, this is Dr. Len Ershow, and I'm with Angela Knott, who is a certified trainer. And this is the Isolation Survivors Toolkit, and this is Exercise with Angela Knott. First, here's the disclaimer. It basically says that we're not able to evaluate you or work with you, and that you should be on your own recognizance. And if there is an injury, you should be aware of that. And if you are able to seek treatment for that, do so. And if you can't, then make sure you don't hurt yourself in this particular video. That these are all exercises and concepts that are original unto ourselves, and that you should be using your own sense of responsibility to take care of yourself when you're doing these exercises. So here's Angela. Angela has AK Fit and Well, and her telephone number, webpage, and email are at the top of the page. She has a great saying on her website. It says, hang on to your muscles, mobility, and stamina with all your might. I think that's great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Angela?
Well, I was born and raised in Minnesota. I've lived in several states throughout the United States, but I've been in New Jersey now for about 15 years. And I think we were talking about my company, Angela, AK Fit and Well, is personal training that focuses on clients who are age 50 and over, or the mature client. I work with people in their homes, in their offices. Some of the clients I've worked with have a gym in their neighborhood, so it's just for the community. So basically, I come to them and using very little equipment, usually resistance bands, TRX straps, maybe some light dumbbells. We get a total body workout in, and really it's always customized to the person I'm working with. So someone's goal might be they need to keep up with their grandkids, or they're having trouble getting off the sofa, just because it's a little low. I have clients that have ranged between 55 to 90, and so everybody's a little different, and that's what's fun about it. I love working with people and solving things that they're having difficulty with. We get them stronger, we get them fitter, and they're ultimately happier and healthier.
Why don't you tell me how you got into this? Because I love that story.
Well, about age 40, I had been playing tennis just recreationally, and it really started when I had some knee pain and I could not figure out what to do. It just kind of was lingering and bothering me, and I'm like, I'm way too young to not be playing tennis. So I didn't want to take a lot of, ibuprofen and so forth. I thought, let's just try a trainer. Someone mentioned maybe that would help. So I ended up seeing a trainer. His name is Matt. And we basically did some things and discovered I really had no strength in my glutes. I wasn't using my glutes at all. So we really started working on that. And some muscles were tight. I had tight hamstrings. So after a while, I just kept going and my knees slowly started feeling better. And I started playing tennis again. Was very happy, but I really enjoyed the training I was doing. So I kept it going and started doing things on my own as well. And after a while, my trainer said, you should consider doing this, because I was always asking, well, why are we doing this exercise? What muscle is that working? And I guess I've always been kind of fascinated with how the human body moves and how you can treat a lot of things with exercise. You can feel so much better. And I just kind of poo-pooed the idea for a long time. But eventually I was taking some courses at a local community college, and just for fun. And I noticed that they had a world instructor training certification, which is a certified personal training certification. So I thought, why not take it? Just get some extra knowledge. And I loved it. Part of that training was you needed to do an internship. So I did some hours at my local gym and ended up getting hired. And I worked there for about 5 years, and, really learned a lot, met so many wonderful people. And I just decided it was time to go out on my own. So that's kind of from start to to now, what's going on.
I noticed she has some pretty good certifications. The National Strength and Conditioning Association is one of the premier certification boards in the country for trainers. And you have the American Council on Exercise and the World Instructors Training Schools, and you've been certified as a trainer through all of those, and then also through the American Council on Exercise weight loss specialist.
Yeah, one of the reasons I went to National Strength and Conditioning Association after my first certification was that's what my trainer had, and I always admired and respected all the knowledge he had. And one of the things I really love to do is continue my education. I mean, we have to in order to maintain our certification, but I just love it because there's always new research coming out. You know, you always can learn more about how you can do your job better. So NSCA, yeah, they are really probably the creme de la creme of all of the certifications, but ACE is also excellent, and I'm doing a course right now through them.
That's great. I don't want to waste any more time. I want people to, I'm going to switch over to a different screen. Just give me a second to do that. And we're going to get started on your video. Okay, so we're going to get going. Here we are, Angela Knott.
Hello, welcome. I'm Angela from AK Fit Well, personal training for clients age 50 and over. This is my second video for YouTube. We're focusing today on a simple workout that you can do at home anytime. It's full body, and we'll be showing you how to do it in different levels of progression. One thing you might want to grab before we get started is something such as a bottle of laundry detergent. I have one here that's actually almost 9 pounds. You could go for a littler one, or you don't need anything at all, but if you want to add a little weight, that's a good idea. So getting started, the best way to warm up is probably go for a little walk outside, get some fresh air. I know we're all cooped up right now, so anytime you can, get outside for a walk. But a walk is a great way to warm up as well. If that's not available to you, of course, you can do something such as what we're going to show you right here. So for about 5 minutes, we're going to go through a series of easy exercises. I like the march place. If that's too hard to get your knees high, just go low. This is easier. Or nice and high with the knees. Keep your arms at about 90 degrees. And just follow back and forth. And if that's too easy, you can also just start a little more vigorous. And get that blood pumping, get that heart pumping. All right, so after about 15-20 seconds, you're going to just take a break there, and we're going to start with some arm circles. So I did arm circles last video. We're going to switch it just a little bit. We're going to do those right in front of your body. Try to keep everything squared off. You're not, moving around. You're just going to do a nice circle right in front of your body. So about 10 in one direction, and then we're going to switch backwards. So it should feel nice and warm in the shoulder area. The body's starting to warm up. To do 10, you're going to switch sides. And again, if this is too much, you can always go a little bit smaller circle. It should be much easier. But if you're able to, let's bring it big and wide. All right, 10 in each direction, once again. And once you get to that point where you have about 10, you can take a break from that. So moving right along, we're going to go similarly with warming up the hip. We're going to come over with a nice little leg swing. So I like to hold on to something. It's not because I can't balance, but I can get a little more vigorous with my swing. So again, about 10 of these. I have my foot flexed. And once you finish that side, you're just going to go to the other side for 10. All right. And different way of doing leg swings would be going laterally. So we're going sagittal point here. We can now go to the side. We're just going to swing out. You feel or hear some noises, it's okay as long as it doesn't hurt. Again, if that's too much, just go here. Smaller range of motion is also good. And we're going to switch legs after about 10 or so. All right, and then one other nice warm-up move. I like to just make sure there's a nice amount of space around. You're just going to reach up and angle. I'm letting my hips turn, pivoting my foot, and I'm just getting a little reach up to the diagonal. Again, let's go for about 10 of those on each side, and you should be starting to feel warm. If that was only a couple minutes, you can always circle back through all of that again. It should be roughly 5 minutes once you get done. All right, we're going to move right on to our core of the training today. It's going to start with a squat. So don't be worried. I know a lot of people are like, I hate squats. But I'm going to show you the easiest way to start. So you're going to take, if you have some stair rails, it's perfect. Or if you have the back of a chair, that would work. You just want to have something stable to hold on to. And you're going to keep your feet about shoulder width apart. Feet are flat, feet are parallel. You're just going to let your butt go back, keep the weight of your body in your heels, and you're holding on so you won't fall over. Go down as far as you can, comfortably. Shut. Please at the top. Again, sit back. And one thing to notice with the squat is the spine. I have my spine in a nice neutral position. And I want to keep it that way throughout the entire movement. Right? If this is too easy, back up a little and just do it without holding on. Again, keep the weight in the heels and really use the glutes as you come on. If that's still too easy, you can also add some arms and go a little deeper. So everyone's range of motion is a little different. That's good, that's okay. Just work at your pace where you are. Do about 10 of those. And next, switch to a push-up. So my last video, we talked about using the stairs. If you don't have stairs, you can also use a wall. So just stand arms length away from the wall, hands up on the wall, about shoulder height. And then you're going to lift your heels, tighten your glutes, tighten your abs, and let your chest come in, and then press back. Notice my elbows are going kind of out to the sides, but also down, and not up here. All right, so that's probably the easiest push-up. You want to make it a little harder. You can find a desk or a table, something that's a little lower. That's going to allow you to do the same movement, but your arms or your hands are a little bit lower. So this is slightly harder than straight front. And then again, if you need it lower, you want to find like a bench or some chairs, or you can use your stairs, right, if you have them. All right, up next, we worked lower body, with our chest, we're going to work some back. This is where you want to grab something with a little bit of weight, and preferably that has a handle. So I'm going to have you take your feet apart a little bit, and keep your spine nice and neutral. So I'm just going to tilt forward at the depth. I'm going to place my hand on this stair here. My right arm is just dangling, and I'm just going to bring the elbow up and back down nice and slow with control, not using momentum. As you do this, I want you to pull the belly in and think about that shoulder blade coming down, opening, and then coming back up as you pull up. Just bring over the area of lats. So about 10 on this side. Come on up. Switch your feet. And again, abs are tight. Pull that tummy in, check the back. Just lifting and lowering about 10 times with that weighted detergent or whatever. Add some breath to that. It's inhale all the way down. Hallelujah. Right, so 10 on each side. Take a little break. Next up, we're going to do a Romanian deadlift. So we're going to place ourselves about 10 inches or so from the wall. You're standing tall, your feet are flat and they're about shoulder distance apart. Legs are going to stay nice and stiff. Just going to hinge at the hip. So I'm kind of letting my spine stay neutral again. And leaning forward, leaning that butt back until I can feel the wall. Right, and then as I come up, I'm going to squeeze my glutes. Almost feels like I'm pushing my hips forward. And then we're going to repeat. Again. And that's very easy, or if you've been doing these for a while, might as well grab 1 or 2 little jugs, or I have one, so I'm just going to hold it in front of me. And do the same motion. That added weight is just going to give you a little more strengthening and stretching for the hamstrings. Every time I come up, I'm squeezing my glutes. And I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together just a little. All right, so that is known as the stiff leg deadlift or Romanian deadlift. All right, we have one more exercise I want to show you. It's the split squat. So similar to a squat, but you're going to have your feet, legs split. So put them parallel, like you're on a railroad track. You don't want to be in line. And if this is hard for you to balance, just be, near a wall or something to hold on to, some chairs will be fine. And from here, you're just going to be lowering your body down. So that requires you to bend both knees. Have the back foot lifted. And hold if you need to, or if you don't, let go. 10. Like this. I'll show you from the side. And again, that's too hard to go a little bit lower, not as low. Or if that's too easy, you can go all the way almost down to the ground. Back up. What I like to do is focus on pressing through that front heel as you come up. And that's where most of the work is being done on this leg. So then we're going to switch. Which you have to do on both sides. Again, little ones, a little deeper. Just think about pressing through that front heel as you come up. And every time you do an exercise, I want you to think about going the belly in. That helps protect your back. All right, and that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, please contact me, and please share.
And Angela, do you have anything you wanted to add to that, or any suggestions for repetitions, or anything about questions, how people can get in touch with? I can put the other slide back up, and we can do that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm at Angela at akfitandwell.com. That's my email address. And yeah, that's just a basic routine: a push, a pull, a squat, a single leg, and a hinge exercise. So I try to put together workouts that, depending on how many times people work out per week or how long they want to work out. If you ran through that about 3 times, that would probably take you about 45 minutes. Or a little less, but I always like to do a good warm up in the beginning, and then after a nice stretch, so you can kind of have a nice cool down and lengthen those muscles.
And how many times a week would you have people do this particular workout, and would you mix it up with other workouts?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it's not like one answer that fits all, but 2 to 3 times a week you could do that. You definitely want to take a full day off in between. That allows muscles to recover properly. And, it just depends on the person, but I try to encourage my clients to try to do as much walking or some type of cardiovascular exercise almost daily. Um, it's recommended that we have at least 150 minutes a week, but really you could go over that. Stay very active. I think people who do that find they feel better mentally and physically. Um,
That's right.
so
I mean,
yeah,
the American College of Sports Medicine uh, recommends 5 times a week at 30 minutes, which gets you to 150, or 3 times a week at between 20 and 45 minutes, so a little bit more intense exercise. But my basic recommendation is that people should do some kind of workout 4 to 5 days a week. I find that if people only work out 3 times a week, they're doing a little less than maintaining their fitness. And if they work out 5 times a week, but they can find a way to work out 5 times a week, that's, I think, a little more appropriate. And also to vary, we do need, what's good about your workout is that it introduces a strength component, which I think a lot of people lack. People are just doing aerobic exercise. Do you agree with that, or?
absolutely. Ace had a nice recommendation. I think they said 2 to 3 times a weight. You want to do 2 to 3 times a week. Do resistance training. So that means weights, bands. Kind of like what I just did in the video. They also recommend, neuro motor exercise, also the cardiovascular. So all these different things. What I try to do with people is make sure we get that 2 times a week at least of the resistance training, and then within that maybe add on a little stretching, because they want you to stretch 2 to 3 times a week too. So kind of trying to figure out how to put a little puzzle together for each client is what I love doing. And like you said, at least 5 days a week, really, we should be doing some type of cardiovascular. So whether that be 3 10-minute walks throughout a day or one 30-minute walk, you can kind of pick and choose what you like and what fits into your lifestyle. I always say the best workout for you is the one that you'll do. So
Right.
make it fun, uh, and just, find what you really like to do. And then, obviously we're all sheltering in place right now, so that's a little bit limited. But, even just shooting some baskets in the yard or on your driveway, or playing ping pong or something that you're moving, that's good.
Yeah, or even some light gardening or things that you like to do around the house might get your activity level increased a little bit. This was great, and left this slide up so you guys could take a look at this. It is recorded, so you could probably pause and write some of this information down. I purposely left the YouTube title up at the top of the workout video, and you can get to Angela's videos from AK Fit and Well on YouTube as well. So keep checking her out for those. And I want to just really thank you very much for your generosity of time.
Oh, it was my pleasure completely, and I thank you so much for inviting me.
Well, it was my pleasure as well. Take care, everybody. Any questions, email me at urshowchiropractic at comcast.net, or on Facebook, Urshow Chiropractic Center. You can get me questions there or any concerns, or if you have other videos you'd like us to do. So take care.